Hey, Coach, do you ever see anything like this coming? And just from a coaching perspective, how cool was it to see your guys bounce back this way?
I thought, yeah, it was great. I thought the guys were terrific, and of course, it's a bounce back game when you didn't know if Marcus could go, and you didn't know if Oach could go, and Oach played great, but Marcus still was feeling some symptoms of this evening, so there was no way he was going to go. So not to be full strength and have the guys kind of rally around that after what happened Saturday. I thought it was terrific. I thought we played great. I'm not going to be nitpicking on anything right now. I thought the guys competed and played smart and played great and shared the ball and did a lot of things that should give us some confidence moving forward.
You talked the other day about when's the last time you had a dunk? You had a bunch of them tonight. Is that just a product of better energy and guys just attacking, or what?
Well, I think, if I'm not mistaken, CB ran through a pass and got one in the first half. And I do think it was more aggressive. I think we got out of our ball screens better. I think, we were able to throw the ball up 2 or 3 times off ball screens, scored in transition much better. We did a really, and we made some, everybody keeps, not everybody, but people have talked about how poor we've been finishing around the rim. And that has been true. But tonight I thought we had some really good finishes, layups that we put up soft and got over help, things like that. So there were a lot of good things that happened tonight that we haven't seen consistently happen. So hopefully that'll give us some confidence.
Hey, Coach, how big of a role did Tristan play into tonight's win?
In Tristan? I'm sorry, Tristan or Christian?
Tristan.
Yeah. Well, I think we all played a role tonight. I think all the guys played a role, but certainly getting 10 points off the bench on 4 shots the first half was terrific. I mean, so we're up 14 and if he hadn't have played, like that, I mean, we're probably up, 6 or 8 at halftime or something like that. So yeah, he played a huge role. I thought everybody played a role, but I thought that was probably statistically Tristan's best game since he's been at Kansas. And you guys know, I should ask Gary that because I guarantee Gary knows, but that had to be his career high, if I'm not mistaken.
No, not
Hey, Bill, both career high in points and rebounds. What did you think of DeJuan, and why wasn't the team hampered by Marcus being out? It's tough to lose your senior point guard.
Yeah, it is. Of course, we don't ever want to play without Mark, but you can't rush something like that. And he wanted to be out there. Can you imagine the one game where his family could all be here and he couldn't go? So, I feel bad for him that he couldn't, but it created an opportunity. And I thought Juan did a lot of really good things. I think there's some things that he can tighten up where he made some mental mistakes. But I thought he was really, really solid and got the ball where it needed to go and definitely looked like he belonged.
Bill, what did you see from your half-court offense?
Well, I mean, you guys saw it, and it's by far the best we've executed against man probably all year. We got the ball where it needed to go. We played inside out a lot, and we shot the ball well enough that they had to guard us, and then we were able to drive lanes. I thought we offensive rebound our misses. I thought half court offense was as good as we've looked all year long. I thought we scored off of our actions and guys ran offense to score as opposed to just running offense. So it was good.
What worked for Dave? It seemed like a much more poised, comfortable, easygoing effort for him.
I don't know. I think of the 9 shots he took, I think one of them was off balance. He just had his legs underneath him. There's a time with everybody when things haven't gone well that you just finally kind of just have to say, I don't know the correct terminology to use, but screw it and just go play. And that's kind of the impression I got from him. I mean, he's a good player and he hasn't played his best, but that was, we've said some games where, Davis has done some things that's positive and all that stuff, which he has. There's no doubt about that. But tonight was the first night that I thought he's been, dominant, and he was dominant tonight. I thought the way he scored, his activity level, he's blocking and altering. I thought he was dominant tonight.
Hey, I think you mentioned pregame that Ochai might have had a false positive test. What kind of happened there?
Well, just like I said, it's the same thing. That's what happens when you do the rapid test, from time to time. We've all experienced those. I've had one in the last 2 weeks when you do that. So, so you have to quarantine, you have to isolate, you got to do those things. And then if you get the 2 PCRs back to back on different days, then obviously that negates that confirms that it was a false positive. But that's something that every team's going through. And it's nothing unusual for it to happen to us. It's happened several times already, and it'll probably happen some more moving forward. But fortunately, we didn't think it was an issue. Oach has actually already had it, this past summer, so we didn't think it was an issue. So, but it's something that we had to deal with, and fortunately, all they really missed out on was one practice.
Coach, how do you think the team did on 3-point defense tonight?
Well, statistically not great, but the guy that made them for them was a guy that he hasn't really shot it well like that thus far this year, Charles O'Bannon. But I didn't think it was poor. I didn't think it was poor at all. I thought we did everything pretty well.
When was Marcus ruled out? Shoot around or right before the game?
We knew positively before we left the hotel tonight.
And is Ochai hamstring or something? Is he ailing, or how'd he hold up?
No, I thought he did great, but he does need a couple of days. So this little short break will hopefully help us, and hopefully he'll be closer to full speed by. Although he looked full speed to me, but closer to full speed by Friday.
Did you have any thought about holding him out just to not aggravate it?
Yes. We talked about it a lot with the doctors and with Bill but Ochai, he went through some pretty extensive or rigorous type stretching and movement at shoot around, and he actually felt pretty good. So he got a ton of treatment, and said that he was going to give it a try. And I told him that if you feel anything coming on, or it twinges at all, you're coming out. And he said he'd let me know, but there was absolutely nothing. I thought he looked 100%.